Hello internet people and welcome to Vlogmas day 20. Today is a sewing day. I'm working on my Mccalls 7946, as you probably already know, for my Christmas dress and also the hashtag Little Red Dress project. We're at T-4 days until I should be done with it. So I gotta get going on it. Today's Sunday. I hung out in Simply Delilah's live stream earlier and I recognized so many of the names as people who've commented on my videos. So I was really excited to see everybody in there. And I actually won something. I won a mug, a custom mug from an Etsy seller. I'm really excited because I don't normally win things like that. So thank you, Delilah. And thank you for hosting that I'm So Festive hashtag. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking down because I'm looking at the progress I've made so far on the 7974. I had it in my hand because I was going to show you, and so I can't help but look at it. Anyways, this is where I am so far. I spent some of the live stream fiddling with thread and needles, trying to get just what the settings that I wanted to get for it all set. So anyways, I've got that much. This is like the shoulder seam here, and I had a really fiddly time trying to do these gathers here. This fabric's not fun. If you watched yesterday's video, I talked about how I don't like wrestling with fabric, and this is a fabric that I have to wrestle with. So oh, this is gonna be fun. But anyways, it's Sunday. Unfortunately, it's already 4:10, so I've lost most of the day, but I just ate a bagel, so I'm feeling re-energized. And I have a big bottle of water up here, and so I think I should be good to go for a little bit. I had my food, I've got my water, so I have everything for life-sustaining sewing, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. All right, I'm gonna get to work on this, and let's get to the sewing. This overhead light gives me so many flyaways. So the first step is to attach the yoke to the front bodice pieces, and you gather at the shoulder like I was showing you earlier. This is my strategy for making sure the gathers stay equidistant from each other. When in doubt, just add more clips. Too many? I don't know. I'll let you know how it turns out. Okay, shoulder seams are done. I think the excessive use of clips was a good way to go. Yeah, okay, great. Check off the first step. So now I just need to set up my serger with some thread so that I can finish these seams and move on to the next step. So I bought some lower tex thread for my serger for this project since the fabric's a little bit finer. So I think that should make maybe a difference. It's Tex 21 and normal maxi lock thread. I think it's 27 or 30. I can't quite remember, but I bought 3 whites and I bought 1 red in case the left needle thread shows. But now that I think about it, I didn't really need to do that because I'm not really going to use my serger for any seams, so there really is no risk of it showing through. So that was silly. I don't know. I guess I just wasn't thinking. But anyways, doesn't really matter. I can still use it. And so I'm just going to finish threading this up and then see how the finishing of the seams goes. I would love to have time to actually finish my seams, maybe not with a serger, maybe something a little nicer, but we don't have time for that, so serger finishing it is. Okay, now I am just clipping the back bodice to the yoke, and there's some gathers in the back, and so I'm going to adjust those to make it all fit, and then we'll sew that together. Okay, here's a back view of the progress so far. Here's the shoulder seams, the back yoke, and this is the back bodice piece that I just sewed to the yoke. These back gathers could be a little bit more evenly spaced, but at this point I have to stop caring because otherwise I'm never gonna get this done. I redid them like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, so I'm a little bit feeling slightly defeated by the fabric. This is gonna be the kind of fabric that shows when you kind of overwork it. Yeah, so I have to be really careful about not overworking it, not pressing it too much, not redoing things too much. Otherwise, it's just gonna look really messy at the end. So I'm going to proceed with caution and move on to the next step. So I've just attached the facing to the bodice, and now it's time for my ultimate, very favorite sewing task, which is understitching. And I use this stitch in the ditch foot, and then I just move my needle over a little bit so that the understitching is maybe like an 1/8-ish, or maybe 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch away from the seam. Okay, here's the update. The facing is attached. I'm a little bit bored because I haven't really gotten to any part that I didn't do like 5 times in the muslin process. But let's see what's next. I'm on step 15. Turn facing to the inside press. Slip stitch pressed edges over seams, base armhole and lower edges. I think I'm gonna skip the slip stitching for later because I don't want to do that right now. And then it looks like we start attaching the midriff front. Also something that I did when I was making the muslin. So we haven't gotten anywhere new yet, which is a little bit boring, but that's okay. It's all part of the process. The only thing is when does it say to finish the facing? It doesn't really say that anywhere. So I'm guessing I can just run that through the serger really quick. I think I'll run that through the serger really quick. Hopefully that's not wrong. I don't think it should matter. And then we'll attach the midriff. Okay, so I started doing the midriff pieces here. I'm not super happy with these gathers, but I think I'm gonna stop for today because my eyes are kind of going cross-eyed. It's 7:25. What time did I say I started up here? Like 3:15 or something. So maybe it's been like 4 hours. I haven't even taken a break. My sister called me for like 5 minutes, and so I talked to her. We were chatting about the Netflix Christmas movies that are out, which ones we liked, which ones we didn't like. So I took a small break then, but other than that, I've been like heads down, and I haven't filmed any of the sewing process. So I hope you didn't want to see that because I guess this video is just going to be me chatting about all of the steps that I've done today. So anyways, I'm going to call it there for tonight. I think I've made pretty good progress, and I forgot that we didn't do the advent calendar for today, day 20. So there's day 20. Let's open that. I'll give you a send off with the advent calendar. Okay, we have, cute. Says nailed it. Love that. This will be really good for like a particularly difficult project, and then you could put this tag in it. It says nailed it. Okay, so that's all I have for you for Vlogmas day 20. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas day 21.